guys, it's Kaylee. I am coming on today because I just recently became a part of the affiliate program through List Perfectly. I know that you guys have heard me talk about this program a lot, and I'm actually part of their affiliate program now. So I thought today would be a great time to come on and make a video and give you a little bit of a tutorial to show you just how easy List Perfectly is. So if you are new to List Perfectly or to reselling in general, my name is Kaylee and I pick up used items at thrift stores and I flip them online for a profit. Most of the stuff that I am buying is clothing. eBay and Poshmark, in my opinion, are definitely the biggest platforms for used clothing. I started on eBay and I have, within the past year and a half, moved on over to Poshmark as well. So all of the items that I have are listed on both platforms. So every time I get a new item and I list it on eBay, which is where I start, I then move the exact same item and the same listing on over to Poshmark. That way I get double eyes on the item and increases the likelihood of that item selling. Then when one item sells, I just go and delete it off of the other platform. It's really not that complicated, but when I first started moving items over, I was doing it manually. I would have to basically have two tabs open. I'd have eBay and I'd have Poshmark, and I'd hit create a listing on Poshmark, and then I'd have to copy and paste each line over from eBay, and I would also have to re-download and save the pictures off of eBay and then push them on over to Poshmark. That whole process probably took about 5 minutes an item to get one item moved on over to Poshmark. Now with List Perfectly, I'm able to do it in a minute or less, most of the time about 30 seconds. So List Perfectly is basically an extension that moves all of that information for you and even opens the tabs for you. So it's capable of moving your pictures over for you, your descriptions, your sizes, your titles, all that good stuff. It's capable of moving all of that over for you with just a couple clicks. Why might this program be beneficial for you? Well, for me, I felt like I was really maxed out on eBay, and the only way for me to really grow the one platform that I was on was to basically double the amount of listings I was doing. With moving over to another platform, you're just using the same stuff you already have, so it doesn't cost you any additional money except for the plan for List Perfectly to move stuff over. So I'm not having to go out and buy additional inventory. I'm just taking what I already have and moving it over. And that for me has created an additional stream of income that I'm really, really happy with. So I just recently posted about this on Instagram, and I'll probably do a dedicated video specifically about my success on Poshmark. But I started Poshmark about a year and a half ago, and like I said, I was manually moving items over from eBay. Since then, I have made over $20,000 on Poshmark, and that is actually after fees. So that number is what Poshmark paid out to me. Now, of course, that doesn't include how much I paid for the items, but that's a pretty good chunk of change for just adding an additional platform and not really having to do much work. So I went back and looked at my List Perfectly subscriptions, and I actually started List Perfectly at the beginning of 2020. So for a good while, I was manually moving items over, and I definitely did not move all my items over at once because it did take so long to manually move items over. I was probably moving just a few items a week. Once I started List Perfectly, again at the beginning of this year, I was able to get all of those items moved over in a very timely fashion, and now it's just a part of my daily routine. When I list something on one platform, I cross-post it onto Poshmark. Now, List Perfectly actually offers a bunch of different platforms. I'm just specifically talking about eBay and Poshmark today because I feel like that's the jump a lot of people are going to make, or maybe you're on Poshmark and you want to move it over to eBay. You can do that too. So any platform that List Perfectly includes, you can cross-post any which way, to and from, even back. You can do it any way you want. So right now, the sites that I know of, I'm gonna read off my screen right here, are eBay, Poshmark, Depop, Tradesy, Grailed, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, Citizen, and then they just added Shopify on some of the plans. but all of those ones before Shopify are on all of the plans. So those are a lot of potential additional streams of income. For me, I knew that Poshmark was an up-and-coming platform, and I believe between that and Mercari, those two have, next to eBay, the most users on the platform. So those are the two that I wanted to move on to, and I started with Poshmark. Poshmark is such an easy platform to move on to, especially coming from eBay. And again, I'll probably do a video all about my experience over on Poshmark, looking back from a year and a half worth of experience. But today's video is about List Perfectly and showing you guys how easy it is to add an additional stream of income by adding another platform. So I am going to hop on my computer in front of me. I will do a screen share with you guys and show you what I'm looking at. We will talk about the business plans that they offer. I will show you a quick tutorial, and then we'll finish at the end with some of my closing thoughts on how to use List Perfectly. The stuff I'm going to be showing you today is just a brief overview. There are actually a lot of additional features that I can use on List Perfectly. I'm personally just using the most basic functions of it, and I'm getting really great results. So super easy, gonna show you what I do. Okay guys, so to start, I just wanted to show you real quick the List Perfectly site and tell you which plan I'm currently using. First thing I wanted to say is that no matter what plan you sign up with, they do have not really a free trial, but they have a money back guarantee. So if you sign up for a plan, you try it for up to 3 days, you cross post up to 20 items, whichever happens first, and you're still not satisfied and you want your money back, you can contact them for a refund as shown on the screen here, but you have to contact them within the 3 days of you signing up. Okay, so here are the different plans. So the simple plan is only $29 a month, and before you scurry away because the price tag of the plan scares you off, wait till the tutorial so you can see exactly how easy it is, because I promise you, you're going to see just how easy this will pay off. So the first one is the simple plan. It's $29 a month. It tells you all the features that you get, and it moves over the image, title, and description for you. When you bump over to the business or the pro plan, it's going to add a lot more. And then everything but the simple plan offers the bulk cross posting. So with the simple plan, you can only do it one item at a time. With the business and pro plan, you can select multiple things to start cross listing at once. And I'm going to show you that today. So I personally use the business plan. Again, I only use the most basic features of this. There's also some new features that they just came out with where you can end listings through List Perfectly and end them on all the platforms. Haven't really jumped into that yet. I'm solely just using the most basic functions to cross post over. But for me, the business plan is worth it because I get that bulk cross posting, which is really important to me and saves me so much time. So I started out on the simple plan, and after that ended, I moved up to the business plan, and I think that'll be the same for you. So if you trust me enough and you want to take my advice, just start with the business plan, and if you don't like it, you can cancel within 3 days. Okay, so I am on my eBay Seller Hub. I'm on my active listing screen, as you can see here. And I already have the List Perfectly extension downloaded, which, by the way, it's super easy. All the instructions are on their site, and it takes literally like 2 minutes, maybe, if that. So once the extension is downloaded, you have to be logged into everything you want to use. So you got to be logged into List Perfectly and any of the sites you plan on cross-posting to or from. So for me, I am just signed into eBay and Poshmark, as you can see here. I don't even actually need to have this open as long as I'm logged in. So the way I do it is I use the custom SKU, and maybe that'll be a separate video, but I use the custom SKU to tell me where things are listed on. So everything gets listed on eBay, so it's a given for me that if it's live on eBay, it's live in general. And then in addition to that, I would add Posh, Mercari, or whatever platforms that I cross-list on into the custom SKU. You might choose to record that a different way, but that is how I do it. All right, guys, so right now I am on my active listings page. I'm just going to cross post a few of these over that don't already have Posh in them, because that tells me they need cross listed over, and show you just how easy it is to move multiple items at one time, and then I'll come back and put Posh in the custom SKU. If you just had the simple plan, you'd only be able to do this one by clicking right beside of the item and moving the item over. But today we are going to show you the bulk cross-listing tool, because I think that's going to give you the most bang for your buck. So you start by hitting start selecting. I believe you can do up to 50 at a time. I might be wrong about that, but I think it's 50. I personally don't usually cross-list that much at a time because my internet speed isn't outstanding. So I try to only do maybe like 15 at a time and go from there. So I'm just going to do 3 right now just to show you how quickly we can move these items over. So I've selected all 3. I'm going to hit stop. From here, you can say which platforms you want to go on. So I could click multiple if I wanted to. But right now we're just going to go over to Poshmark. So I'm going to hit copy. And then as this is processing, you're going to start to notice windows opening up on your screen. And basically it is taking your listing from eBay and it's turning it into a Poshmark listing, or, whichever platform you've chosen. So I personally, while that's going on, like to go ahead and add into my custom SKU the platforms just while that's loading. So I'm going to put Posh. And then I personally like to copy the title, and I'll show you where I'm going to put that in a minute, but you can copy it right off of here. It's personal preference what you want to put in your listing. I know some people are saying now that having this stuff in both your title and description isn't helping, so it's kind of up to you, but I personally like doing it. So on Poshmark, you can see all the photos have moved over. I now take everything in square mode. That way it fits nicely on eBay and on Poshmark and all the other platforms. But if you don't do square mode, your picture, when it moves over, will get cut off, so you need to keep that in mind. So I just scroll down. It's moved everything over for me. All I did was paste my title here. And then since you only get so many characters in Poshmark, I usually have to adjust the title real quick. So I'll leave it like that. My whole description moved over, which is where I put my measurements and everything. So from here, I've got to choose a category. I'm going to hit tops and crop tops. Once I've selected those, it does move the size over for me like you see here. I'm going to say no tags are not attached, and it moved the brand over for me. And this is not blue, so I'm going to have to go and fix that in my eBay listing. It will move the color over that you chose. However, you can select up to 2 colors. So I usually go ahead and add an additional one. Again, that color is wrong in the eBay listing, so I need to go back. Original price, and then it does move over your listing price. However, I personally add about $5. I added 4 just to make 29 look better than 30. But I personally add $5 to $10 just to account for offers that are being sent on Poshmark. So then I'll just hit next and I will list. While that's going on, I'll move on to the next one. And I'll just go ahead and finish doing these the way I normally would so you can see how fast it goes. And so while all of those are completing, once they're done, you can just exit out of everything. And then once you go back to your closet and just in, I will just show you that even though they were in different windows, they all got listed. So here are the 3 that I just moved over. And that is how you cross post using List Perfectly. And as you can see, if my internet was better because I didn't have, video recording going on and everything in the background, it would be much faster. And it usually is. So I've already put Posh in here, so that just tells me it was cross-listed over, but that is how easy it is to bulk move items over. So imagine if you listed 10 a day, and which I think is a pretty good number. And let's say you listed 10 on eBay and then you wanted to cross list them over to Poshmark. After you got done with that, if it takes a minute or less, you're only spending an additional 10 minutes a day to move 10 items over to Poshmark and double your chances for a sale. Now, just to show you, when you're on another platform, because they're all supported, you can see the same functions are on Poshmark that are for eBay. So all I would have to do is click the ones that I want, and then I could cross list those onto other platforms. So that is how cross listing works. I think it is so super helpful. If you guys are interested in signing up, you can click on the link tree. The same link tree is in my description of my YouTube videos, and you can click on my affiliate link here for the List Perfectly cross-listing tool. And if you use that link and you use code Cayley Elaine, you'll get 30% off of your first month on List Perfectly. Alright guys, so that is it for the tutorial on List Perfectly. I really hope that you guys enjoyed watching. I definitely wanted to share a screen recording of that with you to show you just how easy it is to use. It has been an absolute game changer for me and my business. And like I said, I've been able to make $20,000 after fees on Poshmark in the last year and a half, and I just started List Perfectly at the beginning of this year. Last note, one great thing about List Perfectly is their site is very, very helpful. They walk you through everything. Their technical support team is super helpful, and they also have a Facebook group and a YouTube channel. So you can go onto that Facebook group and you can see and ask questions and hear back from the people that actually started List Perfectly. It is an upcoming program, I think. I mean, they just started this program recently and they have grown significantly. So I would definitely jump on board now and get to know some of the features that are going on. Like I said, they're constantly adding new things and adding new platforms as well. Like I mentioned before, I use just the basic functions of List Perfectly. There are tons of other features, and if you go onto their YouTube channel, I'll link it down below. They talk about all these new upcoming features and show you how to do different things that I didn't get to show you on today's video. So that is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching. Don't forget that promo code is down in my link tree in the description of this video if you are interested in signing up. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.